We're on.
Oh, hello. Welcome to the podcast.
I'm Jenna.
And I'm Annitsa, and this is Two Blank Girls episode
29.
Wow. That
Almost
was the most
30.
Professional we've ever
I know we got
started
into
this
it
out.
and just
I feel like I want to record this episode as a talk radio.
like this.
Yeah, I want to take it kind of slow,
I have
take it down.
Terrible Dorito breath
Wow.
that is bouncing off my mic back into my face. And I can smell it.
Don't laugh. It's going to ruin the effect. I'm trying not to laugh
Oh,
at
I'm
you.
over it already. No, don't do it anymore.
I was thinking about it because the podcast I listen to, everyone speaks slower than we do.
Ooh.
We're very like...
Oh, yeah, that's not going to happen.
We're very fast talkers.
Well, it's also like getting the information out. It's like, you would think it would be slower, though, at the rate at which things come out of my head or like don't come out of my head.
Yeah, that it would match that.
But I'm going to see a psychiatrist, maybe get that fixed or get some help on that. So you're welcome, guys, in advance.
Yeah.
This may be a whole new person by the next time. No, I'm just joking. I don't even know what it is.
The world is changing.
Want
to get into it?
Yeah, go for it.
Whew. Well, on the eve of January 30th, we're two sensitive girls. The energy of this episode compared to last one is like,
well, yeah, and it's also too. Lower. I mean, I came into your apartment. I was like, just letting you know, not in the greatest place. Only because I think my period's coming. So the cloud is coming in.
Ladies, you may know this
Yeah.
feeling.
I feel like I can't get out of my head. I feel very sad for no reason. I feel very overwhelmed and like slumpy and just like, and I can't get out of it. So I know it's probably the lady time. So apologies, everybody.
She's going to try not to let it completely affect the episode, but
like
we'll see what we can do.
Bitch.
First of all, I just want to remind you to visit our Instagram, Two Blank Girls podcast, our Facebook, Two Blank Girls, our Twitter, _girls, our website, twoblankgirls.com. Yeah, you like that?
Lot.
You like that? And then if you're feeling so generous, go to our Patreon, patreon.com/2blankgirls.
I feel like, you know what? I'm just going to say it. I didn't run it by you first, but I'm just going to say it.
What?
I think we should do a special on t-shirts. Oh, but that's so dumb because like we said, you can go on Patreon and be like $1 and you get a free t-shirt. Because I was going to say, let's do t-shirts for $10. Let's just like get it out to the masses.
Out. Yeah, but I mean, we can do that too.
So whatever you guys want to do, just come support. We got t-shirts is what I'm trying to say.
She's trying to say, like, let's spread the word by walking around
with our
looking
shit.
Real smart.
Yeah. So just hit us up. Let us know what you want.
Hit us up. Just send us your bid and we'll say yes or no.
Yeah. Or if you
Make
really want one, I'll just send it to you. Honestly, because I'm awesome.
Meaning I have all the t-shirts and I'm the one who sends them.
Then I'll reach out to Annitsa and have her take care of that.
This bitch.
So sensitive.
Okay, you want the def?
Yeah.
Highly responsive or susceptible, such as easily hurt or damaged, especially easily hurt emotionally, or delicately aware of the attitudes and feelings of others.
Well, when I read that, the second part hits home way more than the first part did. I don't know if they're I mean,
you
it all kind of means the
feel
same
like
thing.
You are attuned to other people's emotions more so than you are feeling sensitive within yourself.
No, okay. Well, then, yeah. Well, you say it. You explained it to me, so now I get it. Yes, both.
Sorry, I was drinking water.
But maybe, yeah, I am like the most sensitive person at least it feels like to me. I am the most sensitive person. But the one I'm so aware of is when people have vibes going, I like pick it up and it just affects me so hard. And I'm like, okay, like if a friend is upset, it hits me so hard that like I then think immediately, and it won't even be about me.
Yeah.
But I take it on and I'm like, how do I fix it for you? Like it's so, and it has become such a, it's not good. 'Cause then I will sit in it all day and stew and just like be yucky. Like I had something this morning kind of happen where like I couldn't help a friend who was going through something emotionally in this moment. And it was affecting me so hard that like I had to like go sit in the car and like physically tell my like out loud go, you have to let it go. You have
like
to let it go.
It's not yours to hold.
It's not. I can't hold it because otherwise I will fucking. And of course I didn't. I held on to it for like most of the day. So yeah, like that. That's where when I read that definition, I was like, oh, that is such a like part of my life.
Oh yeah,
and it
I mean,
sucks.
You and I, and that's. I mean, I guess we can talk about that first. I was gonna kind of save it, but I think like that's sort of what being an empath is, and I think that you and I are both that. Which it's interesting because an empath is like a almost a paranormal sort
like
of
clairvoyant.
thing. Yeah, it's sort of like you are just super like hypersensitively aware of other people's feelings. But I think you and I have both been that way. We both kind of have that feeling like we understand. We walk into a room and we can sense what it feels like to be there, like the vibe of it. But I was looking this up online and it's kind of cool. There's 10 traits of an empath. Let's see if we have them. Okay, well, 1, empaths are highly sensitive. Well, there you go. And it says they're naturally giving, spiritually open, good listeners. If you want heart, empaths have got it. Through thick and thin, they're there for you. World-class nurturers.
Oh, that makes it sound really cool.
But they can easily have their feelings hurt. Empaths are often told that they are too sensitive and need to toughen up.
Yeah. Cole tells me that all the time. Because, like, I bumped his, or, like, I went in to give him a kiss, and my hair got on his glasses, and it drives him crazy because he's such a perfectionist. It takes him forever to clean his glasses. So he's like, oh, you got my glasses. And I immediately was like, like, why are you so mean? And I like freaked out because I was like, thought I was being
but I
sweet
think
and
that is kind of mean of him, actually.
Well, it tended to just be like, oh, like he wasn't necessarily mean, but he's
because
like,
I'd be like, bitch, I'm sorry, I have hair and I wanted to kiss you. It's too bad.
Well, I did take it a little like I took it a little. I'm just very sensitive. I'm very tender-hearted. Like things, is that same as sensitive?
Yeah, I'd say for sure.
So like when I see like a homeless person and it affects like me for like a week. Is that sensitive?
Yeah.
Like, is that an empath?
Well, that's a little bit. You're a little crazy if you hold on to it that long.
It kills me. I fucking.
Well, but that's the thing. You have to learn to like let go because that's not okay.
Ugh,
like
I can't.
Well, the second thing is empaths absorb other people's emotions. So we're highly attuned to people's moods, good and bad. So we feel everything, sometimes to an extreme. It says they take on negativity such as anger or anxiety, which is exhausting. If they're around peace and love, their bodies take these on and flourish.
See, I feel like I take more of the negative more than I do the positive,
well,
right?
See, that's not good.
Because when you have positivity, everybody's positive.
Well,
but
so
it's more like the
it.
negative just is so much more consuming. I don't know.
Well, it says empaths, many are introverted. Empaths become overwhelmed in crowds, which can amplify their empathy. They tend to be introverted and prefer one-to-one contact or small groups. Even if an empath is more extroverted, they prefer limiting how much time they can be in a crowd or at a party. Yeah, I'd say that.
Yeah,
definitely.
I can't. You know what? That's gotten like that as I've gotten older. I didn't used to be like that at all. I could fucking work a crowd and like do that and feel and have fun. But like, I went to a party the other night, a bowling party, and I literally stood by myself. Because I was like, I just didn't. It's too much. It's like there were so many people and the energy, and you're like, I'm just gonna stand over here. And oftentimes,
like when you're around a lot of people who have high energy or big personalities, that's when I tend to step back because I'm just like, I don't want to compete with that. It's too much. Like I don't feel like there's space enough for me, so I kind of let that live. And that's when I feel alone.
Well, yeah, and like you and I go into a party, we like just keep to ourselves and we just eat the food and then we go home, you know, like I'm not great with crowds.
No, for sure. Number 4, empaths are highly intuitive. They experience the world through their intuition. It's important for them to develop their intuition and listen to their gut feelings about people. This will help empaths find positive relationships and avoid energy vampires.
Ew, see, I feel like that's where I'm not an empath. Say it again?
You're highly intuitive. Listen to your gut feeling.
Oh, listen to my gut. Yeah. I don't listen to my gut enough about people, I don't think.
Really?
I think everybody's good. And I think everybody, like, there's only been, like, maybe 2 people in my life where I've been like, I can't be friends with you. Other than that, yeah, no.
And I'm like, I want to know who these people are. You need to tell me after
Oh,
this.
yeah. Oh, I'm not. The one in New York, that dude I worked with, the guy who just like flipped his switch on me. We were like besties one day. And then the next day he made my life hell. And that was the first time ever I feel like that I was like, I don't need you in my life and you're not a good person. Otherwise, I'm always like, yeah, everybody's great. And then people just shit all over me. And then that's usually how it works.
Well, okay.
So I wish I had a better gut towards.
Okay, you need to develop that to
Yeah.
avoid vampires.
Yeah.
Okay, empaths need alone time. As super responders, being around people can drain an empath, so they periodically need alone time to recharge their batteries. Even a brief escape prevents emotional overload. We like to take their own cars when we go places so we can leave when we please.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And like the idea of like going, and the thing about Cole that I love that he knows now, I don't even have to say it anymore. He says it to me. If he knows I've had a like really emotional or really tough day, he's like, why don't you just go into the bedroom and that's what I do is I go in my bedroom and I sit and I just have to be by myself.
Yeah.
I love being by myself.
There was
Maybe
this one, I remember there was this one time, I've thought about it so many times since then. It was years and years and years and years ago. I was dating this guy for a short period of time. He took me to a party with his friends that I didn't know anybody. I just knew him. It was very new. And, those situations just fucking suck.
Ugh,
it just sucks. But so I was there and it was late at night. We went at like midnight.
Oof.
And it got to be like 2 a.m. and I was like, I want to go. I was literally just sitting on the steps like, I want to fucking go. Like, I don't care about these people. This vibe is not my vibe. I don't want to be out this late. Yeah. And I was just sitting there and he couldn't fucking take a hint. He couldn't fucking take. And I was just like, I might as well just walk home at this point. Cause this guy, like, that's the thing where I'm like, I'll meet you there. So if I need to make an excuse to get the fuck out, I can get the fuck out.
Yeah. Meeting people is always you got to have your
so
own
much
car.
Better.
Oh my
god. Well, at
God.
least nowadays you could be like, let me call a Lyft.
Well, like with with you though, I would come.
Because you and I can literally say
whatever.
To each other,
but
like,
if
I want to go.
Anybody else, I would definitely take my own car because ooh,
it's getting late.
Gosh, I got that thing tomorrow or whatever.
Exactly.
Or we just don't go. That's the other tactic we like to take. We just don't do it.
Number 7. We're almost done. Okay, number 7. Empaths are targets for energy vampires. An empath's sensitivity makes them particularly easy marks for energy vampires whose fear or rage can sap their energy and peace of mind. Vampires do more than drain an empath's physical energy. The especially dangerous ones, such as narcissists, who lack empathy and are only concerned with themselves, can make them believe they're unworthy and unlovable. Other vampires include the victim, the chronic talker, the drama queen, and more. Ooh, interesting.
And what are we trying to do? Being able to target them?
Oh, they target us.
Oh, for
because
sure.
Because they're able to see that we'll just...
we'll just be there
and
what do you, ugh.
Ooh, the victim, the chronic talker. But I'm like, I kind of feel like I'm some of those people. Like I'm an empath plus chronic talker plus
drama queen. Yeah, I'm like, whatever.
I'm like, wait, are we all of those things? Hold on, we're all of them wrapped into one. Number 8, empaths become replenished in nature. Absolutely true. So true.
I've been trying to today I made myself go feed my meter and go the long way around. Because I was just like, I need to be outside.
Oh, girl.
I need to spend way more time outside. But it's even I'll even open my blinds up in the apartment now more. So I can let the light in and
Dude, I've been meditating.
I need to be outside.
I've been meditating, looking outside. That's been my thing.
Shit.
Yeah, so I've been getting on that. 9, empaths have highly tuned senses. Our nerves can get frayed by noise, smells, or excessive talking.
Well, I get real noise has over the I get really well, and I think my anxiety though, because I remember recently when we went, that was so bad that day when we went to the fucking chicken place, Roscoe's.
Oh, Roscoe's, yeah.
And the restaurant was so loud, I was literally losing my mind at the table because I was just like, it's like an auto sense, I'm very sensitive to sound and but I don't know if it's necessarily the empath thing. I think it might be anxiety. And then when you're in a room full of people talking, it's loud that it just heightens it. But yeah,
I'm sensitive to noise for sure. Where I obsess over a sound. Like if I hear a clock ticking, I will just hear it so loudly in my head. Or I hate being in a room of people where someone particularly is very loud and that voice keeps piercing through the crowd. It's like shut.
Yeah, I focus on sounds for sure. Yeah,
stuff like that. Yeah, and smells for me. big thing. I have a very attuned sense of smell, and so if someone's wearing too much perfume, I can't handle it.
Yeah.
If, like, I smell every nasty ass
Yeah, I do. I have a sense of smell, but I think it's the sound, man. That's got to be everybody. Isn't that? Or
I don't know,
we only know it because we experience it, but like
that's
sound for
Who
me
knows?
will like send me over the edge.
Well,
like
these are
people in
just
movie
10
theaters.
signs that you might be an empath. I mean, if we have almost all of these, I feel like, I mean, we both know that we are.
Yeah.
But and number 10 is a big one. Empaths have huge hearts, but sometimes give too much. We try to relieve the pain of others. A homeless person holding a cardboard sign, I'm hungry, at a busy intersection. A hurt child, a distraught friend. It's natural to want to reach out to them, ease their pain, but empaths don't stop there. Instead, they take it on. Suddenly, they're the one feeling drained or upset when they felt fine before.
Yeah, that is, of all those, that's my probably to a T, and then I'll somehow think it's my fault. I'll like be like, oh, I did. This is like, I didn't help you enough. Then that's what I thought this morning. That was my issue. I was like, well, I couldn't help that person. So I like, it just, my want to like help people. And yeah. Like, and then when I see a homeless person, I get it. I've told you this before. Like I get into that thing where I'm like, I'm such an idiot. I want to make movies for a living. Fucking idiot. There are people on the street who are hungry and like cold and shivering, and I want to make movies. I should be helping people. I should be taking that dude and getting him lunch. And like, so.
Well, you can help them and make movies, you know.
I know. I don't know why it has to be like, I feel like it has to be the one or the other.
You turn everything back about yourself though.
Yeah.
You turn it into about you, which is interesting.
Cause I'm I'm not doing enough, or I'm not like what
it's
I
like,
want
bitch,
is
it ain't
stupid.
about you. It ain't about you.
Yeah. But
it's
like
about them.
Yeah. But I want to help. Like, why am I
and
not
then you
helping
can, though,
them?
But you can, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you could take him to get lunch.
But then I don't. And then I'm like, yeah, it's like, I don't know. Like, yeah, it's weird. Like, I let the weight of it take me on, but then I don't ever do anything about it.
Well, there's just, in a city like Los Angeles, there's too much of it every day, all day. So you have to really sort of not tune it out, but you have to become less sensitive, and you have to do what you can when you can, and then be okay with that. Because otherwise, because you know you can't save the fucking world. You can help one person at a time, but you can't fix everything, you know? I mean, I think, okay, so that's how we're sensitive towards the feelings of others. Like it's true. I take on that feeling, but I've gotten so much better at recognizing that it's happening and letting it go. Because like if someone around me walks in and is just like very cold, negative, you know, stoic, I just go, it's not about me.
Yeah.
We're fine. Like, let that person be. I'm not going to suck that into myself, and I'm going to just be my own person today.
Yeah.
I've gotten so much better at that. But in terms of being sensitive myself, you know, like if somebody were to hurt me emotionally, like, is that easy to do? Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes, yeah. Like but you know what it is too? It's because oftentimes it's because they're touching on something that I'm already kind of worried about myself, or I already feel that about myself. So when they bring it up, it's like that I get real sensitive. Like the outside world is noticing what I hate about myself, you know, that kind of thing.
Yeah. And that's like, I think there's different,
because like when you were a kid, were you a sensitive kid? Like, did people did they make fun of you and you felt bad, or
you know? I mean,
did you take that stuff seriously? Take it to heart?
That much. That was pretty cool.
Oh, no. If you're cool, that's the only time you don't get made fun of.
But no, the thing that I'm the most sensitive about is any sort of like what I'm talking in therapy about, like being yelled at. That's like the worst thing that could happen to me. Like, to me, that's what it feels like. If that's the kind, but is that being sensitive?
Like if you made,
or is that like
if you made a mistake and
if I make a mistake and
someone
points it out and yells at me for it, end of the world. Like I have had, it is the worst possible thing like that can happen. I mean, I have nightmares about messing up, and that feeling of like people being mad at me. It just, to me, it's a worst case scenario, and I'll go out of my way to like prevent it from happening if I can help it, so that someone doesn't yell. I'll do whatever it takes so that I don't get yelled at, which is insane. Like someone's gonna be mad at you.
Yeah, I'm always very impressed with people that I see on like reality shows or who just have such a thick skin where they're like getting yelled at by a boss or by someone in the competition, and they're like, okay, let's move on. Like I'm gonna fix it. I'll fix it.
I would be in a ball like dead. I don't. Yeah, I wish I had thick skin, but then I also hate the idea of having to have thick skin for like in the industry we want to be in. You hear that a lot, like probably as an actor, like you probably, you gotta have thick skin, you gotta take it, like, if people telling you like, oh, we don't like your look, you were terrible in that, like
we
that's
don't like
crazy
your face,
to me.
you're
Yeah,
too this,
to
you're
have
too
thick
that,
skin,
you're
I'm like,
that.
why?
Well, I don't, honestly, I don't think that it's a negative thing to be sensitive. I think sometimes it's, yes, being too sensitive is not okay. You gotta fucking like be like, you know what, come on, get over it. Like you're fine. Like you're just because
like
it's
the
almost,
hot dog chick from Seinfeld.
Yeah, I was like,
my Frankfurter.
I wanted to eat that. Like that kind of stuff. But also, I think the thing that happens with people who are overly sensitive, who, you make one little joke and they just lose it and they're upset and it's about them. It's like, Jesus Christ, you know, like you're a drama.
Talk about like the world being overly sensitive, don't you think?
Oh man, now
like
it's impossible to say anything.
Shit.
Yeah,
you can't say shit anymore, and
somebody's gonna take offense to it.
Yeah, like anyone, like someone will, and so to me,
true.
I'm not trying to like not be sensitive towards people. There's obviously boundaries, but like I also love to laugh at jokes, and like sometimes jokes are,
well, we were talking about
like,
Reno 911 the other day, where it's like that show is so fucking hilarious, and we were wondering, like, this day and age, like if it had started like today, would it be acceptable, because it is so politically incorrect. I mean, it's all about the police like beating up random people in the street for no reason. It's completely racist,
making fun of like different races and like
but it's so fucking
so
funny
good.
Because of the way it's executed, and it's genius. But I think it's important to be. It's good to be sensitive in the sense that like you need to be sensitively aware of other people's needs and reactions to things, because it's true, like things have gotten fucking nuts out in this world right now. So
but we also like at the end
test
like,
the room,
I
take the temperature
about something. I want to like
it's true.
I don't want to take everything so fucking seriously, because when the world becomes that serious, like what is the fucking point?
Well, yeah, it's like if you and I think about this all the time, because being women, it's sort of like if we were to make a joke that is like about a stereotypical woman, or like how women are, we're on our periods, blah, somewhere it's going to be like, you're not feminist because you're
it's crazy,
like leaning into that stereotype. And it's like, guys, we're just making a joke. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you just really got to fucking chill out.
That's what the biggest, I'm like, you have to be so aware all the time that like nobody can just let go and just laugh. I think when it's just people taking themselves so seriously, it just gets really like
it's hard when we live in a time like this where people are so on edge, when like marginalized are feeling extremely attacked, and so then it's like, okay, we're all kind of walking on eggshells here, like that's we're gonna we need to make this okay, but like how do we do that while still remaining like having our sense of humor and being a little more
it just
accepting. I don't know, it's hard. It's hard.
It's tough, man.
I mean,
but
I definitely wasn't a sensitive child. Like I was very hard, like hard shelled. Like people couldn't say things to me to like make me like retreat into myself. I mean, sure, there would be a comment here and there and it'd be like, okay, I feel sad or upset or whatever, but like for the most part I would just be like, you know what, you're stupid, like moving on. You know, I never took things to heart. But I think again, that's like that idea that when you're a kid, you're just so confident so much. I mean, not everyone. I mean, sure, there are fucking kids out there. I feel for them. So when anybody is bullied, I swear to you.
Oh my God, it's
that
the
to me,
worst.
that's one of like the causes that I would like to champion in the world, is like the anti-bullying movement, because I can't handle it. I saw that documentary Bully.
Oh, it's insane.
And I cried the whole time. And it's because of that empath thing where you just take it on and it's like, this is unbelievable.
Yeah, it's like that fucking picture I told you about that I was literally sobbing over this picture of that kid eating alone. in the cafeteria, and this football team, like college football team, came to like visit the school, and he was eating by himself, and one of the players went and got lunch and came and sat with him, and I was just lost it because I'm like,
that's the type of person that I was though in grade school.
Yeah.
Like if somebody was by themselves, I would go sit with them, or
I'd like to think I was
I feel like I was always championing the underdog, and like it was so funny. It's so weird. I went to the extreme that like in grade school there used to be this like Super Bowl thing where, you know, oh, pick a side, and like that week it was super fun in the cafeteria where they wouldn't have the lunch tables out. It would just be the gym floor, and they split it down the half, and you could sit on the floor on one side or the other side depending on what team you were rooting for.
Oh, Jesus.
And so I always rooted for the underdog team.
Yeah.
Because for me, I was like, one, I don't give a shit about football.
Yeah.
Two, like, if this team is always winning, like, why not go for the one that's not? So my thing was always like, I'm going to go for the one who's not going to win.
Yeah.
You know, like that's kind of the thing I would do. I just, that's how I've always felt. And I think you and I are both that way in the sense that we're like rooting for the underdog. Well, you're not that way with fucking Alabama. You're like,
well, no, because I mean, come on. What
the team fucking wins literally every time.
They
I would
did
be the
though.
one.
They lost that fucking national championship, which we're not going to talk about because it was such a beating that I can't even. But no,
but I'm the type of person that goes to a game, and sure, I could be rooting for one side or the other, but I always clap when both sides score a point because I say good job for your athleticism, and then I get really pissed when, you know, in basketball especially, it pisses me off when the people are sitting, the audience is like sitting behind the basket, and when someone's doing a free throw, they do that bullshit where they try to distract him and like, boo,
that's fucking
and I'm like, you
dumb.
guys are just so fucking stupid. You're bad sportsmanship. And I'm always like, go team, even if you're not my team, go team. It's like, I'm like, guys, let's quit taking it so seriously.
Everybody needs to just chill out. I mean, the only sports I mean, it's college football, but it, but yeah. Oh, I don't know where we were going with that.
I don't know where you were going with that.
I don't know. Where were you?
I feel like you get sensitive when, if anybody says anything about you, like if I, you know, like you get sensitive if I come at you with something that's like some sort of accusation, like, I don't know.
Like what?
I don't know. Like if you feel like you're being attacked in any way, like if I'm saying something about you, like, oh, this is how, you know, you made me feel, or this is that, like, I feel like you get very sensitive where you're like, oh, like the thought of like hurting someone or doing something bad to someone or making someone feel,
my God,
you, like,
of
lose
course.
it.
It's confrontation.
Oh, yeah. So that's,
it's someone confronting me,
Yeah.
and then I lose my fucking mind, and I don't know how to deal with it. And I'm trying to figure out in therapy where that's coming from, because it does affect me like on another level than I swear than most people, and I don't know why or where that's rooted from, because it's got to be something like deep.
Yeah,
because it's the story of like the thought of someone yelling at me.
Yeah,
how I'll like try do everything in my power to prevent it, just because I'm so scared of someone. Like, it's like letting people down, maybe it has to do, but then I'm like, I don't know I'm sure I've let a lot of people down, but I don't like I don't know what it is, but oh
no, you get sensitive. No, you know where it is. This is what I'm thinking. This is a specific example. You get sensitive if you recommend something to somebody, and it's not like perfect or something, or they're just like, oh yeah, I didn't like it, or you get so sensitive about it. Like you said,
kills me,
because my mom had like an issue with her she bought a new iPad, and Cole was awesome enough to get us a discount, and it was a whole thing, so it was great, and she loves it. But I was like, oh yeah, it did this weird thing. She might have to get it fixed like within the first week. And Jenna was like, she just right away, she like shut down. She's like, I'm never, you know, offering that to anybody again. I'm never going to help anybody again with anything, because it never works out. And
every time I do something for someone, I swear to God, it never works out, and I take that so personally.
Yeah, see, you're too sensitive about it.
Because I'm the one who set the whole thing up. It's like when people don't like movies that I love, and I'm like hype it up, and they go see it, and they're like, yeah, or like cities that I love, and it like affects me so much, because I take it on. I'm like,
yeah.
It's my fault that that laptop didn't work, because I shouldn't. I'm the one who set it up. Or like, if you know, like friends who I've like, if they don't like a job, or like friends who meet and don't work out. And then
Yeah.
I immediately take it because it is a personal thing. I mean, yes, I shouldn't take it as personally as I do, and should be less sensitive about it. But yeah, it feels like it's my fault, and I don't know why I do that. But
Yeah,
I'm working on it.
That's it. Yeah, because I was saying, like, that's something that,
You're
very
very sensitive.
about
Yeah,
that.
because it's like I feel like I'm just letting people down.
Yeah,
all
which
the
is
time.
not true. Like,
Which is
Like, thinking
crazy.
about the fact that because my mom's iPad had a weird glitch or something, you somehow that had to do with you. Like,
Yeah.
no, and nobody's blaming you. And
Yeah.
we're still grateful for, the whole hookup. But also,
Yeah.
that literally had nothing to do with you because that was me talking to Cole. I don't
Yeah.
even think I asked you about it.
So it's weird. I guess because I care so much and I want to help so badly and take care of people that when it doesn't work out, I immediately think it's me, which is psycho and insane.
Yeah, it's
and
like maybe you're a narcissist. Maybe
Yeah.
you're like, it's all about
it's
me.
all about me and I'm so helpful. But yeah, I just want to help everybody. And if they don't get the help they need, then I'm like, I suck. And that's usually
God.
where it comes from.
See,
So I don't know
it's
why
not
that
all
is a
about you.
thing.
So let's try to just chill out. You take your own advice and just chill, dude.
All right, I'm just gonna say
Just
fuck
chill,
y'all and
just
just
chill.
not worry about anybody. I wish.
I don't know. I mean, I'm trying. Can you think of anything where I'm super sensitive, where I get all of a sudden I just shut down? I've done that.
Not really.
At work, I get pissed. Okay, I think this is something with me, and it happened recently too. Whenever a man who has no vested interest in my life, this used to happen to me at work. This has happened to me all through, Los Angeles, New York, anywhere, where a man says something to me, comments about my appearance, for one reason or another, this has happened so many times, about my hair, about my pants, about my shoes, about my this. I am so sensitive in the sense that I get so pissed off.
Yeah, see, your sensitivity goes in a different direction, I feel like. Yours goes in a more you're sensitive and where things touch you, or affect you, but you go in a different direction than I do. I feel like yours,
I feel like
you
I
get very personally and very but that's a good thing. You should be, though. You know what I mean? Why wouldn't you be sensitive about it?
I just get picked because I've had, and this has happened with my friends too, where I've noticed where I just don't understand where some people, females have said these kind of things to my friends too, where they'll just say something like, oh, you have cankles, why do you have cankles, or you have no neck, or what's with your hairline, and stuff like that. And it's
people are fucking insane.
I'm not sensitive in the fact that I take it to heart, going oh my god, my hairline, or my this or that.
Yeah.
But I just get so upset at it. I don't let it roll off my back, and that's where I'm sensitive, where I don't just let it roll off and go.
Yeah.
Oh, I just get pissed, where I'm like, who the fuck you think you are,
Yeah.
bitch? Because I've so many times, these, especially dudes, but I know women who have done it too. But in my life specifically, it's always been men who have said something like, oh, I hate when you cut your hair, or I hate, I've had that so many times.
A psychopath thing to say.
Yeah.
Truly.
Where they're just I don't like short hair on you. You look better with long hair. Or you, and I'm like,
I would just be who? That is just the strangest thing. I could not
And it just happened to me recently too. And it wasn't, to be fair, this person said, I like your short hair, but I miss your long hair. But my thing was, in years prior, people have said oh, I don't like your short hair. You look better with, I miss your long hair. And I'm just oh my fuck. Who are you to have an opinion?
Yeah.
Who you don't get to have an opinion on what I look like, that kind of thing. So that's where I get sensitive, where I'm just
well, as you should
say
be.
What?
Yeah. If you're
who
not,
dat?
yeah.
Yeah. I just get so mad.
It's fucking crazy. And, I definitely think we could let it go a little bit, learn to let it go, but always keeping enough sensitivity to be, to see humanity and to love people. And
empathy is very important.
Yeah.
And I think there is a lack of that, especially across, people's differences. I think both political parties, across races, across genders, empathy lacks so much of the time, where it's I don't understand you and I won't try to.
Which is,
you know what I mean?
Crazy.
That's a big problem. That's a very big problem. And I think
it's a very hard thing for me to understand. People I truly I'm very confused how, and you just don't you couldn't put yourself in someone else's shoes and think about it before you say or do not do. I truly don't get it. It just, but fuck, I'm I'm gonna hold on to that. I'm gonna hold on to it and be like, run with it and just like love each other and see the kindness in people and like I'm gonna work on it. Not being so sensitive.
Yeah, there is a level of it
so
where
when
it
your
becomes
shit
paralyzing.
doesn't work,
You
because
say,
you had shit with your laptop too.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, see, so I was having like post-traumatic stress. Like your laptop doesn't fucking work. Your mom's iPad doesn't work. Like I've gotten.
That's just the nature of technology.
I feel like every time I like get something for somebody, it gets fucked. Because it was the same thing with Kirsten the other night or something I did. Yeah, like I recommended her for a haircut and she hated it. And then like I, gave her some like something else and it fucking broke or so I'm like, great. I'm just like,
you're like, I love this face cream, try it, and she breaks out and
yeah,
you're like,
and she's like,
I
had a rash from it, and I'm like, fuck me, like I'm not gonna do it anymore.
No, I think that's the thing. People get scared to set people up because it's like if it doesn't work out, then they really take it. They're like, oh, you set me up with this asshole, why would you do that?
Yeah, exactly. So you know what, I'm just gonna
not do it.
I'm gonna love the things I love. I'm gonna keep to myself, and then we'll touch again on technology again some other day if you really need it. Anything else? Oh my god.
Don't feel bad. Don't get sensitive.
See, now I'm
about
sensitive.
How you
I'm like, oh my
ended
god, our listeners are just like fucking hate.
No, you know what? Well, do you think you would get, I'm just continuing the conversation now. Real quick, do you think you're sensitive about online comments? Like if people were, if you started to have like an internet troll or something, do you think you would be very sensitive about it?
I'd like to think I wouldn't because that just makes me laugh. The
the
idea of someone
anonymous
sitting
stuff,
at it makes me giggle because I'm like, oh my god,
you care that much?
So weird that you took the time to comment. Like that's funny.
Yeah.
But I'm sure if it was like something very specific that was like, not like, oh, you're ugly. That's one thing. To be like, your nose is so fucking crooked and like it's all crooked on the one side and you look fucking dumb. Like then I'd be like, oh. Because that is something like I'm like aware of, but no, I don't think so. I don't think you would be either. You don't give a fuck.
Unless I did quit Facebook because I feel like I was too upset. I took it too personally and I got too upset about all the political stuff. I was like, I can't talk to you fucking idiots.
Jive talking.
That was my thing. I was like, I'm out. But other than that, no, I think it would be like if somebody were to comment, like I dare any of you listeners to go to our Instagram and comment something real crazy. Well, because we liked even the one person who gave us like a 1-star review made us laugh. I was like, oh,
it's funny. Yeah. It's just, I'm like, it's the internet. I'm like, if you start taking the internet seriously,
you fucked.
Yeesh.
Bye
like
bye.
Watch out.
Well guys, thanks for listening.
Thank
once
you so
again.
much. Learned a lot today. I'm gonna work on some things. I have therapy next week.
I mean,
so,
we're always works in progress. So.
Working in progress.
That's
but
right. That's what matters.
The only work you need to do is to come back.
Get to this podcast, bitches.
Love y'all.
Bye.